Right. Thank you, Iliana. I would love to hear, how would you describe your experience in the Herbalism of the Soul program?
I describe it as very mm, disco like sorry, discovering about the herbalism. It wasn't actually something that I wasn't expecting. So my experience was like discovering new things and new ways to connect with herbs and plants,
Hmm.
and have also an energetic connection with roses, or with the people with the roses, and different energetic connection.
Yeah, beautiful. And you came in without like a little, you had a little bit of herbalism experience, but n not a lot. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did you, when you came into the program, you're you weren't like a highly experienced herbalist. You had dipped your toes in a little bit, but not a
No,
lot.
no, nothing. Actually, I was interested because I thought it was more like kind of knowing more about the herbs in terms of understanding what herbs can do for us,
Mhm.
like in a healthy way, like making infusions, and probably understanding what uh, chamomile can do for inflammation or things like that. And no, it wasn't like that at all. So at the first class, I wasn't expecting actually like the meditation, and I just thought, okay, it's just we are starting and it's the meditation, and then I realized that it was the tools. We started the first day with the tools, and um, yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. But I really like it.
Awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of come in and they're like, what are we like? They have no idea what it's going to be like. And yeah, it's not, you're not learning how to make infusions. There's lots of programs out there that are fun to do making infusions. I love making infusions, but it's just not what we do in this program. It's different. It's all energetic. And experience, the foundation is the tools. So that's the first thing that we get into is working with the tools, and then we find that they're pretty amazing, right? They're like,
Yeah, pretty amazing. I I wasn't expecting like this kind of new. This is very new for me actually. Like moving this like this energy, like having these experiences. It's very new. Like reading to other people or reading roses, all of that is very new to me, and it's been amazing. At the beginning I was like um, wondering how is it gonna be, and suddenly I started having some images in my mind that I wasn't like expecting, and I said, oh, this is it. So I was really surprised, and it's amazing, like having this connection and this energetic connection. I Also, what I really like is that I wasn't expecting this, but I was very attracted to it. And I think that things are meant to be that way. So it was like, I'm so happy of being in this program and being part of it and understanding other things, and experiencing them. It's not that it's not that someone told me and it's gonna be like that. No, it's just I live them and I really enjoy them.
beautiful. That's so I got the chills, and I feel that so deeply because it is very experiential. In most other herbal programs, there'll be you kind of sit down and you learn like this is what chamomile's for. It's your
Yeah,
nervous system and sleep, and it's a good herb for our children. You'll learn those sorts of things. And what we do is different. It's a different type of learning. It's experiential and it's developing relationships and it's developing a relationship with your own clairvoyance and your innate wisdom, and learning that it's there. Like you said, you're just like all of a sudden there's these images and you can see and you didn't
yeah.
know it was going to happen and um yeah. And I love also how you spoke that you were just attracted to it and you weren't sure why, but there was an energy there for you. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
I
you
felt that way.
I'm glad you trusted that instinct and feeling and joined us because I really have loved having you in the program. So
Thank you.
and our babies are like the same age, almost exactly.
Yes.
Yes. And in terms of like in your life, how have the tools and the herb, the work that we've done with the plants, um, have you kind of seen some of that affect how you interact with life or, noticed any little shifts, or big shifts?
I will say that actually with the plants and the herbs, I haven't been practicing a lot, and I think that this really needs a lot of practice in order to become uh, a better reader.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I will say that I haven't done before this program the grounding, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very interesting how to connect with the earth and with the energy of the earth, and also clean our own energy with our own sun, and that is something that I am using a lot lately when I am feeling um, not in equilibrium with my energy. And also, if I feel the other day, one guy approached and he was asking things. Oh, where do I arrive? We were in the airport, and he was very confused about the gates. But I didn't feel I didn't feel like very well like around him,
Mm-hmm.
and I just thought, okay, I'm gonna ground myself. And it was very interesting because um, suddenly he left. I was just asking him. I was being polite, and I just know that he was confused. He was lost in the airport and was trying to help him, but at the same time, I felt kind of I don't know why, like probably his energy, or I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't feeling like protected. And I said, okay, everything's fine. In my mind, I just thought I'm gonna ground myself, and he just said, oh, okay, well, thank you, and he left. But I felt that like very, I felt the difference. I felt the difference, and I was like, okay, this really works. And
Yeah.
lately, I have been using it like if I'm just mad, or I'm not feeling like safe. So I
Mm-hmm.
found myself, and I everything changed, and I am using it in my life. The grounding, that is one of the tools, and I'm really feeling this difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's like in my everyday life. With the plants, I think that I need to practice more.
Yeah. I mean, and that's honestly how I use the tools as well. I use the tools are like my foundation. And then when I come into class, That's when I spend most of the time practicing with plants. I mean, sometimes I'll use them also when I'm putting my kids to sleep or, stuff like that when I have like moments of rest in the day. But most of it's mostly the tools. The tools are, it's a big, it's a big shift and they really do change things.
Mm.
Kind of like to echo what you were talking about with the man who was making you feel uncomfortable. I used to have a lot of people like come up to me and they would just kind of unload like all of their whole life story on me, and it could be really heavy and dark, and I would just be standing there like, oh my God. Like, this is like, I'm glad they feel safe with me, but this is actually too much. Like, I don't actually, this isn't, this is, there's no consent, but I don't know what to do. I'm kind of like, I just feel stuck. And that's really stopped happening in my life. Like, people don't, and I don't think that it's a lack of safety. It's more just that if I, if I'm grounded, there's just an energetic like grounding. There's no chaos happening. There's nothing they can cling on to. There's nothing for them in me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I felt that way. Like grounded, the energy changes and shifts from probably kind of a chaos suddenly to some our my own energy with the earth. And so probably that's why like the vibrations or energetically vibration from others
mhm.
suddenly are not equal and don't
Yeah, they don't hang
are
on.
not in the same field. I This is the way that I will explain myself next, but
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I have experimented in my own life this shift.
Beautiful. And within, the work with the plants, that you did in class, is there any experience or um, plant that something stuck out to you, or there was something kind of interesting, or you noticed overlaps or weaving in with what other students were seeing that you'd like to share?
Well, I will say that I think that in order to get more experience, I need to practice more because I saw that other students that are more experienced, they can see and give more details than I really could. And what I really like in the class is having this opportunity to be with different types of people and also levels of experience, because that way I could see the where I could where I could go. I mean, um, like what are the levels? And in the class, I experienced probably the beginning level, the beginner one, and it was very interesting how I. I wasn't expecting to know to see lives or like past lives with the plants and with the roses, and this one was like very interesting. And also that we can receive messages from the plants and from our past lives. That is also something that is very interesting, and it's amazing because our energy is there and the energy is talking to us.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. Um, and yeah, like you said, you came in and felt like you were at the beginner level, which is a great place to be. And did you feel like totally comfortable being a beginner? Was it like safe to be a beginner? There were different, some students had more years of reading experience. There were some repeat students. Um, but I think most people looking at the program are kind of in more of that beginner level, and they're maybe curious. Is this something I could do? Is this something that would even work for me? Yeah. What do you think?
Yes, I felt safe. I felt safe because actually at the beginning I didn't know the levels. At the very, very beginning, it's like everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is doing grounding and so on. And we don't know actually the levels until we start reading. And I realized that when they started having their own readings with plants and other people and having the details, but I didn't feel unsafe in any way. At that moment, I was just feeling like, oh wow, there's more. I go crazy. This is
Yeah,
just the beginning. This
this
is
is just the beginning. And the beginning, even in the beginning, it's quite profound.
it
It,
is.
yeah,
It,
it's not like, yeah, over time and with experience, you can get more details and read longer and look at, different angles and aspects. But even in the beginning, you see something and it's something for you for a specific reason, and you get it. It like it hits in a particular way. Yeah. Um,
so, yeah. So I didn't feel any discomfort or uncertainty that okay, so what's going to happen. No, I really feel safe, and you are always like giving this comfort and asking us is if there's something. Uh, so that helps a lot also that we have this. Oh, I felt the comfort to talk also about what I was feeling. Like I didn't know also that we have to talk every time. I'm, I'm I'm not the kind of person that I used to talk. I just used to listen. But this is also an interesting part because it helps with having that confidence.
yeah. Yeah, and that's why I make sure everyone speaks, because it does build your confidence. And another student mentioned it in this way, but like what you see, you think it's so subtle, or it could just be this passing thing that you could brush off and, not really validate, or just, not believe or something. But when we speak about it, um, it builds the confidence and it gets the creativity flowing as well. And then you also start to hear the overlap, between what you're seeing in the story of the past life or whatever you're looking at, and someone else's. And there's, even if it's not the same, there's like an underlying energy that matches. I always notice that in the when we kind of round out the circle and everyone shares it, what they saw. I always hear like the essence of the medicine that we're talking about with everyone, even like the essence is always there. And I'm always fascinated. I mean, it doesn't end, the fascination with it for me. Um, and is there anything else, anything else that comes to mind, or any improvements or things you would have liked to spend more time on?
Anything else? About my experience, just, I will say that uh, it's funny that if someone doesn't believe about it, I have in one of the classes when you were doing a reading, and I don't remember with who, but we were both of us like just being listening the reading, and you said, okay, you sit just next to me, and I
Oh,
tried to sit on your on your left, and I was like,
someone's here.
what's going on? I didn't know that someone was already there. Then yeah, I sit on the other side and I could. That was something very surprising, amazing. And I said, well, we are here. We're in the energetic field.
I remember she talked about that too, is have there was she noticed there was some confusion about where she should sit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you guys both kind of like had that, but it's just, it's a space where you get to have so much validation for all these. energy pieces, things that you're noticing. So, um,
Yeah. So
yeah,
apart from that, I feel that the way that you are doing and the program is great because you set at the beginning all the tools, and once you notice that all have these tools, then you continue to the next step. And for me, that the program is built like that helped me uh, to to arrive to the point to read and develop these readings or these tools, and also know when to use them. I think that is very well done, Emily, all your program and the steps that you are following, because I will feel that if you go like from the beginning with the readings, it will be probably a chaos, and I wouldn't understand very well, I think. And also having the opportunity for the readings, like an extra day for the people that could do more, it's
mhm,
also an amazing opportunity to continue developing our experience, our growing in this area. And I really I wasn't there every Saturday, but um, when I was there, it really helped because it's there when I saw the differences between the reading levels, and that I can go further.
yeah. There's always more to learn for everyone.
Always, yeah,
Yeah.
there's always something else.
Well, thank you so much, Iliana. Those two shifts that you mentioned, I made for this is the first round that, well, I did readings for a number of other rounds, but I didn't have students participate in the readings. This was the first round that I had students participate in the person readings because they always did the plant readings. I was like, you know what? I think we need to add in the person readings because it's a different energy that you're moving through when you read people, and I just thought that would really help with growth and the spiritual growth. And so hearing that echo and that was valuable for you is great. And I noticed a difference with the program too, that helped people move through it, to just have a second space to come through because you are doing so much internal spiritual growth work that it's nice to have, you know, you're moving through a lot, so it's nice to have a second time if needed.
Yes.
You make it.
And also, I think that it helps a lot with having more confidence between the students and being more comfortable
Yeah,
because probably the reading, uh, probably when you are seeing something, I don't know, that probably you are like, okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not sure how he or she is gonna feel, and but in this case, everyone, I'm not sure if it was the group I was or if always that way. But in this case, I felt that everyone was very open about whatever we could say, and that helped a lot uh, to speak and talk about everything that I saw. For example, is I didn't felt like, oh, okay, cannot talk about that. So that in that way, like the words can flow more easily, and the group are also more, I think, more close.
yeah, yeah. It does start. It feels like a really close group. Like it's a yeah. I think people feel comfortable sharing. I don't think people overshare. The struggles and things that they're going through, but I think people feel comfortable sharing.
Mm, yes.
Going on in life and having a space to work through it and to be seen, um, as a spirit, as a creative spirit amidst whatever challenges they're in, right? So,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, thank you just so much, Iliana. I hope to meet you in person
Yeah,
sometime.
I hope so. We are so close.
So close. I'll be driving down to Westchester in about 30 minutes, so I'll be remind me of your cross streets.
I'm in Manitoba and probably between like Falmouth and Pershing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Manitoba is a very short street, so
Okay. That's pretty close. It would be a long walk though.
yeah, from where you are going, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I was down on Earldom yesterday. You know Earldom? It's on the other side. It's just
yeah,
beyond.
it's not crossing Manchester, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a birthday party there yesterday. Some of old friend's birthday party. Um,
I think that soon we will meet
we
in
will meet
person.
soon. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. Um, all right. Well, you have my number, so let me know if you're in Santa Monica or if you're out on a walk on a Sunday evening. I'm always in Westchester on Sunday evening. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, good. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I will.
We could easily, take our babies out, our same age babies.
Yeah.
Remind me, January, what's January?
January 5th. Yeah.
January. Okay, and she's January 4th. Yeah,
It's just one day.
the same age. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both just like, what's going on with my baby right now? She won't nap anymore. It used to be like clockwork, like just doop, doop, done. Now it's not like that. Okay, well,
Yeah.
have a lovely Sunday evening. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really, really appreciate it.
No, thank you,
And
Emily.
we'll be in touch.
Thanks so much. It's been quite a great experience for me. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Pleasure to have you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.